afternoon. This is RCN Late Day News. I'm Dina DePaul.
And I'm Kim Reynolds. A new and exciting idea the SGA brought back to life was Spirit Semester. It was 2 weeks of events that were meant to increase school spirit among Rider students. Here's Susie Sippas with more.
Spirit Semester 1994 was resurrected and pulled off successfully after 4 years. It was a competition between residence halls, commuters, and Greek houses to gain the most points.
Sandy Sames, I'm coordinating Spirit Semester, and it's basically a competition among all the residence halls and living units on campus to try to see who's got the most spirit.
One event that was worth 20 points for each person was Awareness Day. This event usually isn't well attended, so it was worth a little more than a basketball game, for example. People who went to these less attended events were pleasantly surprised.
Okay, I mean, it was good because usually we have events on campus and a lot of people don't come, and I thought it was a good idea.
A last event that added a big boost to the total point value and increased the competition among competitors was the Colored Museum. This play was performed several times but only counted for points one night. Overall, Spirit 94 seemed to be a big hit.
Considering it being the first year back, I think we've done a very good job with creating spirit among the students and getting all the residents, Greeks, and commuters to compete in getting points for going to the games.
Everyone seemed to enjoy the healthy competition, and it was a nice break from the stressful semester. This is Susie Sippas for RCN Late Day News.
As the winter blues await to leave us yet another year, many will not be complaining in March. Yes, spring break is here again, and Rider students cannot wait for a week of relaxation. Whether you are sunning or bumming, the break will do all a lot of good.
As fun as spring break is, for many seniors it signifies that their college career is coming to an end. So seniors, don't forget to sign up for graduation in the dean's office of your school. The deadline is approaching. If you want to participate in the ceremony, you must fill out a form. Graduation 94 will be held on Friday, May 13th. Yes, you heard right, Friday the 13th. A notice will be sent in regards of your graduation cap and gown. And RCN News would like to wish all the graduates best of luck and continued success. For those of you who are uncertain about your future, whether you may be in college or just graduated, don't worry, there's free help available for you at the Rider Career Placement Center. Students and graduates are welcomed each day, and friendly advisors encourage them to use their services in career direction, interviewing strategies, resume writing, and even applying to graduate school. Located on the second floor of the Student Center, Career Placement is open from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Career Placement Center has helped many students achieve their career goals and are always willing to provide them with the best information about job availability. They encourage you to come in and see for yourself.
Well, we all know how intimidating job interviews can be, so here's RCN's own Stacy Goldman to tell us more.
This is certainly a stressful semester for the graduating seniors here at Rider College. Graduation pictures, exams, getting college rings, and preparing for your GREs are just a few things seniors have to deal with. Many of the seniors are nervous about getting jobs after they graduate. Some take advantage of the services at the career placement right here at Rider. This involves help making appointments for interviews and writing up resumes. Some people feel discouraged.
Fortunately, though, a lot of the jobs that they have listed aren't for communication majors necessarily. It's for a lot of management jobs and sales jobs. And I'm just really disappointed because I went to college to do something in my field.
Others have already had their interviews and are just making fun memories.
Because of all my friends that I've met in the past 4 years and being part of Alpha Xi Delta, and all my classes are pretty good. So I'm having a pretty good year.
Some people are just calm about the whole job interview idea. Here are a few pointers to remember.
The interviews can be very stressful, but at the same time, you have to look at it like you're talking to your mother or your father, in the sense that you just got to relax. You have to be calm. Just use your head and just, know what you're saying. Just basically relax and not be so tight.
Even though seniors are going through a stressful time, they all know that the past 4 years have been fun and memorable, and that they will never forget it.
Because, as I said, it's so hard to find a job, and I'm just worried that I'm not going to get anything, and I need a job. I want a future. I went to college for 4 years.
So take it easy, seniors. This is Stacy Goldman reporting from RCN Late Day News.
For those of you not graduating, it's that time of year again. Time to select your courses for next fall. In the School of Liberal Arts and Science, you can obtain your roster from the Communications Department office. All selected classes must be approved by your academic advisor. Dates to submit your course request form are Monday, March 28th through Friday, April 8th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., depending upon your last name.
Before you decide to register for classes, you might want to consider taking some television classes. Here's Melissa Salan with more.
Rider College's television studio not only allows you to watch a videotape, but enables you to be the creator. Instead of the plain old reading and writing assignments, communication majors are able to do their work hands-on. Lab manager Sean Kilday puts students to work so they too can find television production easy.
For students who are just getting started, I would put them on equipment that is what we call a cuts-only regular VHS editing system, okay? Now that's still expensive, and it's high-quality equipment, but the system that you see behind me is a more advanced system.
Although the high-tech equipment sometimes can be intimidating, students are able to go into the studio daily to practice and receive help from Dr. Janes and lab assistants, including senior Debbie D'Angelo.
Okay, I'm a lab assistant here at Rider in the TV studio, and what that entails is whenever students have a problem editing or using the audio facilities, they'll come and ask a lab assistant for help, and that's what we're here for. And when the production courses are going on in the fall and the spring semesters, we're here to help out the class, build the sets, program the computers, and basically help them with their jobs.
Whether producing an amateur or professional video, students can work for fun or an A+ grade.
The equipment that we have is all VHS equipment. In other words, you can go home and watch it in your VCR. But we also have an A/B roll editing system in the editing room. And that entails you to use SVHS, which is a higher quality. And if, say, you want to go out and do a professional news package, like on regular TV, we have a camera here and editing facilities with a computer with graphics that will allow you to create a news package that looks very professional.
Communication majors only know one thing: practice makes perfect. If you too want to excel, stop by to get a head start in television production. This is Melissa Salan reporting for RCN Late Day News.
Out with the old and in with the new. This is what's in store for Rider Journalism Lab. Future plans are not only giving the Journalism Lab an entire new look, but it's also finally bringing in new computers. More Macintosh computers will be arriving as soon as plans go into effect. So we can expect a remodeled Journalism Lab for the fall of 1994 semester. There's many great programs at the Academic Annex that are available to Rider University students, and here's Kim Reynolds to tell us more about it.
Rider's Education Enhancement Program is located in the Academic Annex on campus. This program provides many academic support services for Rider College students at no extra cost, all under one roof. They are easily accessible since the Academic Annex is close to the dining hall and the dorms. Three important services at the Academic Annex are the tutoring services, the Rider Learning Center, and the Mathematics Skills Lab. Tutoring services, located in room 21, offers many individual or group tutoring assistance. Mr. Huslin is in charge of the tutoring department and says Rider students should get help for their difficult courses.
Before they consider dropping a course or withdrawing from school or quitting college, they have to come and get as much help as they possibly can. Oftentimes, a tutor will help them get through a course that they're finding difficult. And it may be because they don't have a background, they've never taken a course in that subject. It may be that they're intimidated by the professor, all kinds of reasons. But they should come here first rather than drop out of the course and turn tail and run.
Tutoring rooms are where sessions like this one take place. This is an individual, one-on-one tutoring session. At the Rider Learning Center, students will find computers to use and tutors to help them write their papers. Dr. Simon is in charge of the Rider Learning Center. Dr. Simon says the Learning Center focuses mainly on freshmen, sophomore, and transfer students who have problems with their writing.
The Learning Center is a special place because we work not only with the students, we also work with the faculty.
At the Math Skills Lab, Mrs. Castaldo is in charge of helping students get into a college-level math course. Mrs. Castaldo helps organize tutor sessions at the Math Skills Lab. At the Math Skills Lab, students find the help they need and get to meet many new faces. This is Kim Reynolds for RCN Late Day News. The Student Entertainment Council plans most of the social events that go on at the Rider College campus. Here's Dina DePaul with more.
Student Entertainment Council plans many of the social events that go on the Rider College campus, from pub nights to the spring fling. Tony Nieves is the SEC's vice president, and he told us about some previous spring flings.
This was last year's spring fling. It was called Jamaican Me Crazy, and basically it was a Jamaican theme, and different things we had was like caricatures, tarot card reader, psychic reader, a lot of other things. SEC and ACS co-sponsored. They had like a big pool outside, people practically mud wrestling.
Here's what a Rider student had to say about the SEC.
Okay, I think the SEC does really good movies on the weekends. They try to get the best movies available of the past summer and give them to us through the whole school year. The SEC also does good spring flings. The last two were really good, especially Jamaican Me Crazy, and this year I think it's like Co-Ed Naked Spring Fling. And also they usually bring good concerts to the school. If the administrators let them do it for once, it'll be better, but usually they are good concerts.
This year's spring fling is called I Get Around Co-Ed Naked.
Everyone should be there. 10 spring fling. We're expecting over 2,000 people. Should be leaving with something.
The SEC does a lot more than just this, and Vicki Frazier, the previous secretary of the SEC, told us a few things that they did while she was in the SEC.
When I was secretary of SEC, we used to do Club Pub and Friday Thing on Fridays in the pub. We used to do movies every weekend from Thursday to Sunday. We did a concert each semester. We did spring fling in the spring, and we do daytime special events during the day.
The SEC also does the movie nights that are really popular on the Rider campus. Students feel that it's a place to go when you don't have much money, but you need to get out of the dorms and away from studying.
I think the SEC does a good job for Rider College, especially the movies every week. It's good because there's no charge, and a lot of us are poor as it is.
I think the SEC is really good because it really gets the student involved.
This is Dina DePaul reporting for RCN Late Day News. There's many commuters here at Rider. Here's Kim Reynolds to tell us a little bit about commuter services.
At Rider, there are many services available to commuting students. At the Student Center, commuters can find many conveniences. The Association of Commuting Students office is located on the ground floor. Other services on that floor are the cafeteria, where commuters can eat or just hang out. Smokers can hang out at the pub and watch TV. Lockers can also be found on the ground floor. On the first floor, there's the TV lounge and other sitting areas that are close by. Students can also find the information desk on the first floor. Nearby the information desk is the commuter mailroom and even a phone to use for local calls. This is Kim Reynolds for RCN Late Day News. Prior to the weekend of February 19th, students were allowed to park in the Faculty Memorial Lot between Friday night and 6 a.m. Sunday. Because of persistent violations, these parking privileges were taken away. Many faculty members were unable to find parking spots because of illegally parked cars. The distributing of tickets has not been effective in the past, so the parking lot has been called off limits to students. Thirsty, hungry, or just looking for a place to hang out? For commuters and residents alike, the top place to take care of all these things is the Rider University Snack Bar, located in the basement of the Student Center. If you crave it, they most likely have it. The final bonus is the $25 a semester or lunch money that each resident gets, which is great when you are low on cash.
Are you tired of scraping up your last bit of change, picking out the pocket lint only to have your money eaten by the soda machine, or your only dollar rejected by a sign that says correct change only? Well, don't kick, punch, or yell at the machine. Write to the company. Maybe this will prompt them to deliver a quicker service. During the past few years, fitness and health have become a major part of many daily lives. RCN reporter Melissa Salan has more.
As the summer approaches us, yet another year, many seem to become a part of the fitness frenzy. Exercise is something that can be done by everyone, no matter what the age. Whether swimming, bicycling, or using the Nautilus equipment, the results will show in no time. If you too are serious about joining the fitness frenzy, join your local health club or simply go for a stroll. Fitness members simply enjoy working out.
I've been exercising for 2 years steady. I run, I do the step aerobics class, I do power bands. The reason I do it is to stay fit and to be able to keep up with the children.
Remember, a walk or a sit-up is better than nothing. This is Melissa Salan reporting for RCN Late Day News.
Here's Janine Tedesco to tell us a little bit more about fitness and nutrition.
Fitness and nutrition is the norm and goal of the 90s. The fitness center at Rider College's Moore Gym can help you obtain this goal. The Moore Gym is open from
7 days a week. Monday through Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And Sunday, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
And its facilities are offered to any Rider College student. To help you reach your goal of health and a better body, the fitness center is equipped with a director or manager and personal trainers. These positions are held by qualified personnel.
My background, I have a BS from Westchester in health and PE. And then I worked in the health club field for, I guess, total about 12 years.
And the help is limitless.
There's always someone here to train, whether it's me or one of the other people.
The gym, besides offering classes and equipment, offers you knowledge and tests about your body.
Cards and we even do some, people like to find out what % body fat they have and blood pressure. And some of the people aren't, some of the students aren't as interested in this as maybe some of the novices, the beginners, or the employees and the alumni. A lot of the students are familiar with this type of thing, but we do offer it to everybody.
According to a regular exerciser, besides gaining health and muscle, exercising also relieves stress.
Exercise is used as a stress reliever.
Some recommendations for getting in shape are...
But you basically, an hour, 3 days a week, you need to make sure you watch what you eat, cut back on the sugars and the fried foods and that type of thing.
Come and visit the gym. Get into fitness. It is more than just a trend. And remember,
more is always better than less.
This is Janine Tedesco for RCN Late Day News.
For all of those young at heart, the game room is the place to go. And here's Alexa Guerrero with more.
The game room is a room filled with an atmosphere of relaxation for people who have been on the go all day. The game room is located in the Student Center at Rider College. It is open Monday through Fridays from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And on Saturday and Sunday, it is open from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. And it's filled with lots of fun for all. This is Alexa Guerrero reporting from RCN Late Day News.
One disease has been replaced by another one on the campus of Rider University. That's right, cabin fever has been replaced by spring fever, and the victims of this ailment can be seen on the basketball courts in growing numbers with each spring day. And there seems to be no cure in sight, well, except for those weekend warriors who like to show a little leg. We know how bad this past winter has been, and here's Lorena Magnajanis to tell us how it affected local business.
It was definitely frightful this past winter. Most of us were forced to spend numerous days indoors because the rain, sleet, and snow made it impossible to go outside. The bitter cold and endless snow not only kept people in their homes, but it has had a negative effect on retail. Many individually owned stores and malls had no choice but to close their doors for entire days. This, of course, hurt some stores because they were not able to make up for their lost business.
Due to the weather conditions this winter, our store has really suffered as far as business is concerned. We've had to close the store early many days. And
fortunately for other stores, the weather was not a harmful factor, and business had not declined.
Actually, it hasn't hurt us at all because of the change in calendar with the semester being moved up in effect 2 to 3 weeks. We had
Now that spring is right around the corner, store owners feel more confident that their business will increase tremendously. This is Lorena Magajanis reporting for RCN Late Day News.
The Rider College store is very convenient if you can't get off campus. Here's Melissa Salon to tell us more about it.
As the new semester at Rider College begins, the workers at the college's bookstore have their work cut out for them. As the students pile in and spend hundreds of dollars on books for classes, the bookstore sells some other hot items, including apparel and cards. If not that, you can purchase a magazine, make a card at the store's new Create a Card machine, or just drop in to say hello to the friendly staff. This is Melissa Salan reporting for RCN Late Day News.
We'll be right back with sports and weather after this.
In the tradition of great summer festivals, MTV is proud to present
Did you fart?
the Beavis and Butthead Moranathon. A whole weekend of tasteless, stupid, politically incorrect television. Just the way you like it. The Beavis and Butthead Moranathon continues tomorrow at 3 on MTV. Woodstock at 8.
And we're back with sports and Kevin Kenny. And with the good weather comes the baseball season. And I hear you have some interesting updates for us, Kevin.
I certainly do. Holy cow, the Scooter's in the hall. That's right, everybody. The voice of the New York Yankees, the great Phil Rizzuto, gosh, I love saying that, was voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame this year after his playing career with the Yankees ends almost 40 years ago. He, along with the late, great Leo Durocher, a successful Major League manager for 20 years, will both be inducted later this year. Congrats, Scooter. You definitely deserve it. Sticking to baseball for a moment, once again, the Fighting Philadelphia Phillies will take the field to see if they can hold on to their National League title. After a long, hard season, the Crazy Boys of summer proved that even crazy guys can come out on top. But with the loss of Mitch the Wild Thing Williams and Terry Mulholland and the down but not out John Kruk, and the addition of the Atlanta Braves to the newly realigned National League East, will this team remain contenders? We'll have to see. But until then, let's go back for more in '94. Now, as you know, the Rider men's basketball team lost to the University of Connecticut Huskies 64-46, but there were other first-round action in the tournament, and we have the scores for you. First, starting with, of course, the East Regional. George Washington gets by Alabama Birmingham 51-46. Pennsylvania bests Nebraska 90-80. Florida just gets by James Madison 64-62. Over in the Southeast, Wake Forest gets over Charleston 68-58. Kansas wallops Tennessee Chattanooga 102-73. Purdue demolishes Central Florida 98-67, and Alabama just gets by Providence 76-70. Over in the Midwest, Maryland gets by St. Louis 74-66. Massachusetts gets by Southwest Texas State 78-60. Michigan needed an overtime, but nonetheless got over Pepperdine 78-74, and Texas gets over Western Kentucky 91-77. Over in the West, Syracuse gets over Hawaii 92-78. Wisconsin Green Bay gets over California 61-57. Missouri bests Navy 76-53, and Wisconsin betters Cincinnati by 8, 80-72. Now over to the Rider women's basketball team we go, and this was another game that in the end was decided by a wide margin, much like the NCAA tournament game between the Rider men's basketball team and Connecticut. But this time Rider was on the winning side of a wide margin as they beat Wagner 84-63, and we do have highlights for you. The Lady Broncs started out rather quickly as they led all the way throughout the game. It's just like every shot that they made turned into either 2 or 3 points, as they shot an amazing 43% from the floor. And they were just unstoppable on offense. And they were led by the sizzling sophomore Jessica Beck, who had 21 points and 10 rebounds, as she was dominant all day, all over the court, from the floor as well as from the foul line. But I got to tell you, the story within the story here was the Rider Lady Broncs defense and their ability to force the Lady Seahawks of Wagner into poor decisions with the ball, thus giving it up, and Rider just turned it into pretty shots of their own. Once again, the final score, Rider defeats Wagner 84-63. Over to the NBA we go. The Knicks, an NBA superpower, and the Pistons, where an NBA also ran. This was a game that looked to be boring, at least on paper. But the Pistons made it rather interesting and unnerving for the Knicks, and we do have highlights for you. For the first 36 minutes of play, the Pistons were absolutely embarrassing Patrick Ewing and company company. Or rather, I just say the Knicks are just embarrassing themselves with bonehead play after bonehead play. I mean, come on. Is this an NBA champion caliber team? You be the judge of that based on plays like that. Whereas the Pistons, throughout the first 3 quarters, were just hitting on everything from long range, as you just saw, as well as short range right here. But there was one man for the Knicks who made sure that the Knicks would not falter this night, and that was John the Enforcer Starks, as he had a game-high 21 points, including 12 straight in the fourth quarter, as well as 3 three-pointers, including that one that you just saw, in the fourth quarter alone, as he was dominating the fourth quarter completely with his long-range shots as well as his stealing the ball from the opposition and making points out of it. Once again, final score, Knicks defeat the Pistons 99-85. Also in the NBA last night, the Boston Celtics got over Miami 112-104. The LA Lakers trounced Milwaukee 106-84, and Portland demolishes Golden State 137-108. Now, how about an even matchup for a change? You're sick of the uneven matchups. How about an even? Well, we got one. And that brings us to the NHL hockey. The New York Rangers against the Detroit Red Wings. I mean, these two teams are just so similar in size, strength. Both teams with the 2 best records in the league. Both teams led the league in power play goals as well as total goals. It was the making of a slugfest, and sure enough, it was. 35 seconds into the first period, Sean Gilbert takes the pass away, gives it to Messier. It's 1-0 New York. Then just a minute later, Schoenberg takes the pass from Kenny. He shoots it in. It's 1-1. He paid a price, but he was able to walk off the ice. Minutes later, the NHL goal-scoring leader, Sergei Fedorov, takes the pass. He scoots it up the ice, scores on that mini-slapper, making it 2-1. At this point, it's 2-2 right here when the controversy of the year happened. Tim Chevalier of the Red Wings, the Detroit goalie, is out of the crease too far. He gets tripped by Sergei Nemchinov. Kevin Lowe shoots the puck in. It was disallowed, but it should have been a goal, folks. But the Rangers would bounce back with this goal by Mike Gardner, 610th career, by the way, making him 5th place. But the Detroit Red Wings would later score 4 goals, including that one by Steve Cherson, that would later make the Detroit Red Wings 6-3 winners over the New York Rangers. And now or I should say, we're still with the NHL. The New Jersey Devils tied up with the Quebec Nordiques 2-2. The Boston Bruins defeated the Washington Capitals 6-3. New York Islanders got by Winnipeg 7-2, and St. Louis gets by Toronto 3-2. Okay, now, we've covered basketball, and we've covered hockey, and we've covered just about anything else in sports, but now how about the not-so-serious sports of the week? Well, we got them for you right here. First, we'll go to the miniature golf tournament in Orlando, Florida. It first starts off with the ugliest putt. There we go. Followed by the ugliest legs. Put some socks on, buddy. My God. And here is the nicest putt, out of trouble. There it is. That was a beautiful putt right there. And now to the long distance championship. Here he shoots, by Steve Santee, by the way. And it is the most gorgeous drive I have ever seen. If only I could drive like that. My God. I'd be making a living on the links right now, but I'm not. So that was the nicest drive of the week. Here's the ugliest drive. He didn't tell us his name, but he let us have a look at his pants. Nice and loud. Now over to the Australian Grand Prix. Here is the best hit and run of the week. There's the hit, and this is Robbie Gordon, by the way. There's the hit, and here's the run, or rather we should say a hop over the fence. There he goes, he hops over. Now also to the best impression of a racer acting as a student driver. He's trying those K-turns. My God, sir, I'm not going to pass this part of the test. Oh my Lord, I just can't pass this. And that's sports.
Thank you, Kevin, and we'll be right back with the weather.
I want to remember you as I've always known you. So
dying for a little excitement?
Carefree.
Maybe it's time to give Carefree the nod. See what a little bursting bubblegum flavor can do for you. Juicy Carefree bubblegum, bursting with flavor.
We're back with our own meteorologist, Stacy Goldman. So, Stacy, how's the weather looking? Is it going to be any better this week than last week?
Well, we can put those snow shovels away because we are rid of the snow, and we're coming with some warmer weather, but yet we're having showers. Let's look at the current map. Cape May, it's currently 58 degrees. Atlantic City, it's 55 degrees. Camden, it's 52. Trenton is 51 degrees, and Philadelphia is 53. Let's look at the radar map. As you can see, there's a cold front with some showers coming our way. We should be expecting some sun by the weekend. Satellite picture. There is a band of thick clouds moving toward our area. But for right now, New Jersey has overcast skies, but anticipate some rain. Currently, it's 51, partly cloudy. Hey, at least it's not snowing. Tonight, it's low in the mid-30s. Hey, at least it's not any colder. Tomorrow, it's partly cloudy and high in the 50s. Let's look at the 5-day forecast. Monday, 68 degrees, some sun, it's a little bit warmer. Tuesday, 61 degrees with some rain. Wednesday, partly cloudy with some sun, 63 degrees. Thursday, 58, sunny. And Friday, 64 degrees with some clouds and sun. And that's our 5-day forecast.
Thanks, Stacy.
That's our report for this edition of RCN Late Day News. Tune in later for our 11 o'clock report. I'm Kim Reynolds.
And I'm Dina DePaul. Have a great day.